Today, in Food Justice, we talked about racial inequality in breastfeeding.
Today we talked about how infant food security is different than child food security because we want the infant food to come from the mother, whereas for children they have to have the food come from an outside source.
We also discussed how the norms surrounding breastfeeding in our culture affect like if women will breastfeed, for example, like how much time they get off after giving birth or how they're treated by medical professionals.
Children who grow up without being breastfed through the full possible term develop a much higher chance to develop conditions like hypertension and asthma and diabetes. And we learned from the movie clips that we watched and discussed that it's the same communities in which breastfeeding isn't as culturally accepted or doesn't happen at as high of rates are the same communities where people are at much higher risk for developing those diseases.
We also talked about how the medical system has a huge focus on the physical aspect of people, but not a lot of focus on the behavioral or the mental health of people, and how this can be a problem when it comes to things like breastfeeding.
We also discussed how medical professionals are more likely to disregard or downplay pain women experience and not consider their concerns as heavily as they do that of men. This is especially worse for women of color. They experience this much more than white women.